Thought I'd give a tour of the greenhouse, but real quick beforehand I just wanted to give a shot of my little tree frog friends that are hanging out on the pool reservoir here. There's 1, 2, 3, and there's a 4th one hiding around here somewhere. I don't know where he is. Oh, here he is. Right here. And they're not singing right now, but all night long they sing, boy. It's great to hear them. Nice to have some summer sounds. So let's go have a look in the greenhouse and see what's going on. Well, battery died yesterday, so here it is Monday. But I just thought I'd give a quick tour in the greenhouse. Show you the cherry tomatoes and the air pots are taking off. They're cranking and they're ready for water. So is the rosemary and chipmunks have gotten in here. I gotta do something about them. They've got in and ate some of these tomatoes. And the cherry tomatoes were doing really well yesterday, and they're actually still doing okay. But they were drying out more than I thought. Since I fed them heavily, they must have been really sucking the water up. So I just gave them a heavy watering, so they should bounce back in a day or so from that. Everything else is looking good. The new cuttings that I took from the first set of cuttings are taking off and sizing up in their air pots. I gotta get in here and water some of these too. I took more cuts of cherry tomatoes, both off the ones that are big, those guys, and then I took 4 off of those, just as a comparison, cuttings to cuttings. These are really for propagation, but I thought I would compare them. The Armenian cucumbers are up. Glad to see that. They'll have to go into more light. I added a couple of small supplemental lights just to help boost the light intensity in here for these starts. I can't wait to get glass in here and let a lot more light in. Let's see. Red mercury peppers are up. So are the yellow bells. These are the, forget what they're called exactly, but they're a purple cherry tomato, very large. And they turn like reddish, well, they turn red or pink when they ripen, but they keep this purple hue on them, which is kind of cool. In the back, those are crimson beefsteak. Those are F2 from last year's crimson beefsteak, so those will be under high nutrition. Second year, we'll get to see how that performs. More peppers. These are King of the North peppers. These last couple peppers are from Agway. These are more jalapenos. After the chipmunk got into the first batch, I just loaded this tray. You can see the majority of them have germinated and they're cranking. I'm going to be transplanting those out soon before they start to get any root-bound issues. These tomatoes have some sort of a nutritional imbalance. I think I'm going to flush them out good and reset their nutrition, and hope I haven't hurt them too bad. This is an early phase in their life. I don't know. They were very old seed. They were from 2011, so I thought I would just give them a shot. These are the jalapenos from the first batch, along with those other 3 on the end of the shelf right there. You can see those are doing really well. I had to transplant them up and give a little more root space because we've still been getting cold nights, and I want to really accelerate their performance. Some of the basil came up, and these are kimchi peppers. That's due for another watering. I think this one is coming up in the back. Those ran through a season of nutrition last year as well. Sage is doing good, and here's one I'm really excited about. These are pumpkins. These are Dill Atlantic giant pumpkins grown by specifically special pumpkin breeders who are in competitions. And the numbers that you see on these pots, like 1427, is the number of pounds that the pumpkin that this seed came from was. You can see I got 3 different pumpkins, 1427, 1275, and 1222. So I took 2 seeds of each of those. I had 4 and started them. Last year a chipmunk or something got into my first round of pumpkin seed and messed them up. So I only put half of the seeds in case that happens again. I don't want to lose them. Anyway, thank you to N1PYX from KD2IIN. Thank you very much for sending me these seeds. I'm really looking forward to what they do. And I think I got a line on some goat manure this year, so I think I'm going to be able to make these really rock and roll. So I'm really excited about that. So thank you very much. Appreciate it. Let's see, what else is going on here? These are King Richard leeks. That's another round of King Richard leeks, and you can see they're just starting to pop. Over here I have some Logan Black raspberry seeds that I saved. I thought I would give it a shot. They're a couple years old, but the Logan Black raspberry is a nice one, and I only have 1 plant that I'm propagating from right now. So hopefully some of these seeds will pop and we'll have some more to propagate from. These are evergreen scallion. They're finally up. Excited about that. These are the 3 Meyer lemon seeds that I started this spring. One of them has sprouted and come up, so I'm excited to see that as well. These are orange Hawaiian marigold. These are a very tall marigold. They get tons of flowers on them. Very beautiful, also very medicinal from a marigold standpoint. Good for skin and cleansing and a number of things. And these are the King Richard leeks from the first round that I started. I'm just letting them get nice and tall before I go out and dibble holes and plant them. That way we'll get a nice long blanched root on the bottom, which is what people really are after on leeks. So I think that concludes everything for the greenhouse for now. I will throw more updates when there's time. Thanks for watching the Farmacy Seeds Network.